You're amazing too. You've got a childish wonder about you. Just like my late husband Scott, who used...
Huh?
So should we go back to my place? Keep the playdate going?
Maybe take out the popcorn machine? Let me touch all the buttons?
You can pour in the kernels.
You think I'm ready?
No, but I'll make sure you don't spill.
Welcome to the update. Peter cheats on Lois. Family Guy Season 21 Episode 13 is a very exciting episode that walks us through the complexity of lying about relationships. The episode starts off with Peter introducing Chris to classic Nintendo games. Peter shows Chris the game Donkey Kong, but Chris is not happy about the game due to its lack of game detail. Chris is showing a dislike for Donkey Kong because he is used to modern online gaming, high-level graphics and detailed storytelling. Chris further says that Donkey Kong sucks and that he could build the same game on their house. This catches Peter's attention. Peter quickly builds a Donkey Kong set on their house, grabbing the attention of Quagmire and Cleveland. After building the game set, Peter and Chris start playing the game using large water containers as barrels. One of the containers ends up hitting Lois on her foot and breaking it.
Oh, I think it's broken.
Uh-oh, next level.
Lois gets a cast on her foot and is given a week of resting time from the doctor. She then asks Peter to take care of the kids until she gets better. The next day Peter tries to make breakfast for the kids, but he fails. Chris ends up making his own toast, but Peter grabs it from him and tells him that dads need to eat first. After that, Peter drops off Meg and Chris at school. He remains with Stewie and takes him to a coffee shop. Peter walks in with a bunch of stuff for Stewie, and immediately people are impressed by his desire to spend time with Stewie. The waiter at the shop assumes that Peter is a single dad and offers him free food. Peter plays along and asks for extra cream on his food.
I'll never forget her last words. Get free extra whipped cream on your Frappuccino.
It already comes with a lot of whipped cream.
She was very specific about more.
Peter then goes to the pub to link up with his friends. Peter tells his friends that he is happy because he is being treated well by people everywhere he goes, especially by women. Cleveland and Joe then tell Peter that women usually do nice things for men who are looking after kids. Back home, Lois summons Peter with a bell, but Brian ends up showing. She asks him to hand her the remote, but the two end up flirting. Lois speaks to Brian in a sexually inviting manner, but this takes a quick turn as Lois forces Brian to smell her sweaty cast and long leg hair. The situation gets aggressive and Brian runs off. Peter takes Stewie to the park and, while there, he changes Stewie's diaper, and every female at the park is impressed to see a man changing a diaper. Everyone watches in awe. Shortly after that, a beautiful single mom, named Becky, walks up to Peter and invites him and Stewie for a playdate.
Hi.
Uh-oh, you own a gray Honda Accord?
No,
Okay, good. Good.
my name's Becky, and this is my son TJ. You're the single dad, whose wife is...
2 feet under, yes. The shallow graves were cheaper.
I was wondering if you wanted our kids to have a playdate. I know how hard it can be being a single parent.
Peter hesitates at first but quickly reconsiders after being told there will be a bounce house. Peter gets to Becky's house and they have some beer together. Peter continues doubling down on the lie that his wife died. Then Becky tries to also talk about her late husband, but Peter quickly yawns to cut her off. This becomes a long-running gag throughout the episode. A few days go by and Peter and Becky meet at the park again and continue to flirt with each other even more. Becky even tells Peter that she is attracted to him because of his childish wonder about things. They then get into dirty talk involving a popcorn machine, and she then kisses Peter. Peter then goes to the pub to meet with friends and he tells them that things have gone too far with Becky. Quagmire advises Peter to change his identity, but Peter doesn't take it. Peter goes home and tries to send a breakup text to Becky, but while sending the message, Becky shows up at the Griffin's house and says she is here to prepare a home-cooked meal for Peter. Stewie shows up and is excited to see Becky and calls her mom number 2. Brian is surprised by Becky's presence as she is a stranger to him. Becky pets Brian, causing him to instantly grow fond of her. Lois then rings her bell to summon Peter upstairs. Peter runs towards Lois so fast that he nearly trips over the carpet. Lois asks Peter who was ringing the doorbell, but Peter lies and says it was a delivery guy. Lois then suggests that she should go downstairs because she now feels a lot better. Peter discourages her by telling her that Brian is downstairs talking about the Electoral College. This causes Lois to choose to remain upstairs. The doorbell then rings and Peter quickly runs downstairs and finds a delivery guy delivering boner peels for Peter. Peter collects the package and joins the family at the dinner table.
Hey Dad, where's Mom?
Upstairs. The big upstairs. That's what we call heaven.
I get it. I tell TJ that my late husband Scott.
Huh?
Mom's calling.
I told them every time a bell rings, that's their mom saying hello. Help, help, saying help. She died very painfully. Pardonnez-moi.
You forgot your box of boner and butt pills.
Lois summons Peter again. Peter runs quickly and trips over the carpet and spills his boner peels. Lois tries to go downstairs again, but Peter tells her that he is going to perform an oral act on Lois if she stays upstairs, and Lois agrees. Lois tells Peter to go in the attic to get a heating pad for her back. While in the attic, Bonnie comes to see Lois and Peter tells her that she died. Bonnie tries to buy her washing machine. Peter hesitates to sell it at first, but eventually he sells it for $100. He accidentally locks himself in the attic and has to use the roof to go back inside the house.
Oh, wonderful. Terrific.
Probably a prowler. It's cool. I know him. He'll just go right into my bed.
Hey,
Hey, Meg's eating dinner.
that's cool. I'll wait. It's kind of my thing.
Peter delays to deliver the heating pad and Lois goes downstairs. She nearly falls after stepping on Peter's boner peels. Peter trips and falls again, and Becky walks in and meets Lois for the very first time, thinking she is Peter's mother.
I'm sorry. Who the hell are you, and why are you holding my baby?
See? Total bitch, right?
Boy, this is gonna be a really funny story when I tell you both separately, far away from each other.
Hey, Mom.
Mom, Peter said you were dead.
Dead? I am not dead. I was just recovering from foot surgery, so I put him in charge of the kids. Now, what the hell happened?
The kids walk in and address Lois as Mom. This surprises Becky, and she tells Lois that Peter said she was dead. Lois explains that Peter was only in charge of the kids because she had a broken foot. Peter apologizes to both women for his lies. Lois then tells Becky that she can do better than Peter because she is a beautiful young woman. Becky agrees with Lois, and as she tries to explain her relationship with her late husband Scott, everyone yawns and she walks away into her car seemingly unhappy. That marks the end of the episode.
The other mom just left, and now Barney's dragging a washing machine out from the bulkhead.
Ha! Never a dull moment.
The episode is a very exciting episode that walks us through the complexity of lying about relationships. It also acts as a quick reminder that lies have short legs. What show or episode should I cover next?
Well, I'm glad my foot's all healed. It's so nice to be back downstairs.
Yeah, and I'm happy our relationship is stronger than ever and everything is back to normal. Well, except every time I look out the window, the beginning of Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer starts playing.
That's it from the update.